Today we examine the profound words of the book of Isaiah. The book itself is a masterpiece of Old Testament prophecy, unparalleled in its brilliance, powerful imagery, clear vision of a messianic hope. Now let's put this lesson in its historical context. Isaiah, a major prophet of Israel, lived in the 8th century BC. He witnessed the conquest and destruction of the northern kingdom of Israel by the Assyrian Empire in 722 BC. After the Assyrians had conquered the northern kingdom of Israel, the Assyrian king sent an army to subdue the southern kingdom of Judah. Against overwhelming odds, however, Isaiah convinced King Hezekiah to resist. In Second Kings, we read that the angel of God fell on the Assyrian army, and 185,000 soldiers were slaughtered. In essence, through divine intervention, Judah was spared. However, later, the southern kingdom of Judah, including Solomon's temple in Jerusalem, fell to the Babylonian Empire in about 587 BC, marking the Babylonian exile. Isaiah, like other prophets of his time, played a crucial role in communicating with the divine. Prophets served as oracles, acting as conduits for divine messages. In this time of turmoil and despair, prophets conveyed God's words, offering both an explanation for the hardships faced by the people of Israel and a message of hope for a future restoration. At this point, Isaiah's words are being read by a new generation of Israelites who weren't even born when they were written. After the Babylonian Empire eventually conquered and exiled the people, it was a dark time for the Israelites. It was during this period that Isaiah's message began to resonate with the dejected and hopeless Israelites. In essence, Isaiah, this revered prophet from generations before, is bringing good news in bad times to a new generation of Israel. Our lesson exudes a powerful message of God's sovereignty, wisdom, and sustaining power. The verses remind us that even amid exile, when Israel felt forgotten and powerless, God remained in control. Verses 12 through 13 paint a vivid picture of God's vastness and authority, emphasizing his ability to measure the waters in the hollow of his hand and to hold the dust of the earth in a basket. This imagery serves as a profound reassurance that God understands, that his understanding surpasses human comprehension. When we read about children dying in schools from senseless violence, wars, and rumors of wars, it is natural for us to be confused about the power of God when evil seems to greet us each morning. But the next verses challenge the doubt that may arise during times of hardship, questioning whether God has forgotten his people. Isaiah emphatically declares that God is the creator of all things and his understanding is beyond measure. Isaiah is telling us that we cannot think of God in our human terms. His understanding is far beyond ours, and as we lift our eyes and see the complete and amazing creation of God, we have to know that He is complete and whole. He is all powerful, all knowing, all present. Isaiah's words here are beacons of hope for a weary nation of Israel. He encourages those in exile. He encourages us as we feel sometimes in exile, as we feel powerless and forgotten, to wait on the Lord. The Lord will renew our strength so that we can soar on wings like eagles. As modern Christians, we encounter our own challenges, and like the Israelites, we may feel dejected and powerless at times. Isaiah's message is timeless, reminding us that even in exile, God remains sovereign, wise, and all powerful. When we face daily struggles, we can find strength in knowing that God's understanding surpasses our own and his promise endures. The book of Isaiah transcends its historical context to speak to us today. When I turn on the TV and see children walking through waste and rubble that used to be their homes, mothers crying outside of schools where their children have been senselessly killed, people whose only concern is the satisfaction of their own selfish wants and desires, it is easy to conclude that mankind has fallen and is wallowing in their own hopeless, spiritually blind mess. But we must take this lesson to heart, renewing our strength and soaring on wings of eagles, trusting in the unwavering promise of God. That's the lesson for this week. Have a great week. Bye.